Jimmy Dickens. He wrote this song years ago called Out Behind the Barn. Key of G?
Yep. My pappy used to tan my hide out behind the barn. Taught me to be dignified out behind the barn. That day I won't forget. Out behind the barn. My pappy education out behind the barn. Hey, no siree. Had the examination out behind the barn, and it almost made a wreck out of me. My pappy used to tame my hide out behind the barn. He taught me to be dignified out behind the barn. When he took his strap to me, he turned me down across his knee. He sure hurt my dignity out behind the barn. I sure like to go again out behind the barn. Hey, no siree. Had the examination out behind the barn. It almost made a wreck out of me. I smoked my first cigarette out behind the barn. That's the day I won't forget out behind the barn. I got sick, you should have seen how tobacco turned me green. I almost died from a nicotine out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. Hey, no siree. Had the examination out behind the barn. It almost made a wreck out of me. I met a pretty girl one day out behind the barn. She wanted me to stay and play out behind the barn. She taught me to kiss and pet. That's a game I won't forget. We still play that same game yet out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. Hey, no siree. Had the examination out behind the barn. It almost made a wreck out of me. Like to go again out behind the barn and do some things that I did then out behind the barn. You must think it ain't no fun to be a poor old farmer's son. You just don't know what I've done out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. It ain't no siree. Had the examination out behind the barn. It almost made a wreck out of me. Well, I sure like to go again out behind the barn and do some things that I did then out behind the barn. You must think it ain't no fun to be a poor old farmer's son. You just don't know what I've done out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. That ain't no siree. Had the examination out behind the barn. It almost made a wreck out of me. And it almost made a wreck out of me. Hey! Thank you.
You're welcome. John Rine, everybody. John P. Rine.